Welcome back, and I am with a super fabulous woman who's dear to me, as you know, none other than Tamara Lisa Graham. Tamara, I am just going to go through past the introductions, everything, and just get down into you and I, girl. Thank you so much for everything you have done for us here, myself personally, for Anthony, and everything else on the show. I mean, and thank you so much for what you did on the, she's getting emotional already, on the anniversary show. Loved the set. I wish I could have taken the set and bring it with me.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, Sheridan would let me do that. But there's so much we have to talk about. I know today you'll be doing your color psychology workshop, which I'm super excited to do with you because I can't wait to just revamp my office there as well. But tell us a little bit about color psychology, and really and truly, I think more people should get more involved and understand what it is.
Mm-hmm. Well, color psychology has been around for eons, and a lot of cultures do use it when it comes to dressing, and I've actually incorporated it into interior decorating. So with color psychology and interior decorating, I bring wellness into people's homes by using colors on their wall, and everybody vibrates with different colors. And in the spiritual world, white light is a healing way of healing, but with colors in general, colors are the reflection of light. So it comes with the white light as well. So I'm incorporating it into interior decorating.
Okay, so let's take me, for example. Is this something you could watch someone and sort of have a sense, or you go through a certain a chart or ask questions? How does it work?
Well, we all resonate with a certain color. We all have our favorite colors, but then we all have a color that we dislike as well. So when you like a certain color, it talks a little bit about your personality and who you are. But that's totally different than the colors that personalize with each other. So yes, there is a questionnaire that I have come up with that categorizes people and what their true colors are, along with the different tints and tones of colors as well, because I mean, you could have a blue, but there's 50 shades of blue or 50 shades of gray, as you'd like to say, right? But yeah, depending really on what color vibrates with a certain person, there's also tints and tones as well that resonate with you.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I know as you go through a transition and journey, your colors can change based on your mood and your personality. I know for one thing, when I was growing up, I did not like red because my mom, everything was red and white. What I've learned is red was always a power color for me. I just didn't know it. I just resented it. I dismissed it. However, it's the opposite. As you can see, I have a red now because it is a power color for me. I just didn't know that. So again, I mean, it's taken me like over 50 years to figure that out. And then again, certain colors I used to like. I know I like the oranges and like the, the peaches and the warm colors and so forth, and the purple. And I wasn't so much into purple then as I am now, but I know my kids were purple and pink. How does that work? Is that true in a sense?
Well, yeah, sure.
Yes?
Definitely. When we're children, we are growing up and we're growing into our true being. And red, as you say, is a very passionate color. It actually excites your blood, and it makes it flow, and your heartbeat and all that kind. It's a very powerful color.
Why my blood is red.
Yeah. So when people wear it, it is a powerful color. But if you're using it in your home, depending if it's in a kitchen, in a bedroom, wherever it may be, it could be too much for somebody. It could actually make somebody very aggressive. So whether, again, it really depends on your personality and where you're using it in your home. So, and oranges and yellows, they are very warm colors as well. Orange actually increases your appetite and your stimulants. Yellow is a very vibrant color. But again, this stuff has been used in the past in hospitals and institutions and stuff like that, but it's never really come down to using it in your home. So it really depends on your personality, who's living in your home, and which room that you're using it in.
I remember my doctor's office had it wasn't a corn color, it's a yellowish, it's like a yellowish or greenish, which was very depressing too as well, but you don't see doctors' offices in a little bit more vibrant colors. It's always bland, dread colors.
Yes.
And I guess there's a reason for that. I'm not sure what it is. What else do we need to know or educate us about more about the color psychology? Because I think we really need to get this feng shui and everything. It's all incorporated. Is that correct?
Well, feng shui, it has a little bit to do with color, but color is not a feng shui thing. It's scientifically proven that it's a vibration of light. And again, it's been known for years and years and years, many thousands of years, that it's a reflection of light through a prism, through the white light and how it reflects light. And it's an energy. They actually have used temperature gauges to get you know, the temperature of the way the prism reflects the light, and each color has a different temperature. So when you use that in a room, it's really vibrating with your energies. So a lot of people that are on this spiritual journey of meditating and you know, just better things for your soul, this is something that I'm just incorporating to make them understand a little bit more about the chakras and the souls and the everything else. So.
And you know, as you mentioned chakras, I do recommend everyone to find out what that is. It's very powerful. It's very powerful, which pretty much is the wheel of the energy inside of us, so simply put. Let's talk about the spectrum, and let's talk about the funnel, and you know, that's the list. We all talk about purple, which you are sort of wearing today, is on the top, and the enlightening. It's very enlightening. It's transformational too, as well, which is very powerful in the holistic spiritual world, as you know, because I talk a lot about it. I'm going to have one room here, which is going to be a purple, a version of purple, only because it brings out that it's so calming and soothing, but it has a huge, huge impact on us on the spiritual journey.
Sure does. It does. It actually goes with our brow chakra, violets, purples, all that kind of stuff. And it is a spiritual color. Purple is a very highly magical, spiritual color, and that's why a lot of people resonate with it, just because of the way that it comes into our soul, and we feel and we reflect that spiritual back. So
I know it does for me as well, because I do see, you know, not to say that, you know, to disrespect anyone, but purple does resonate a lot with me in many different ways. You also have another business. You know, take furniture and you just make it look like magic. I mean, magically, I don't know what you do to them, but they're amazing. I've seen some of them. And you take something, so if you don't have any furniture, you know, contact Tamara, she may or may not take it, and you transform it into something beautiful. So tell us a bit about that.
Well, I've always been creative ever since I've been a little girl, and I love furniture, especially like old furniture, antique furniture.
So do I.
And yeah, it's nice and it's heavy and it's real. It's
strong.
not like this IKEA stuff that's out any, you know.
It's
I mean,
strong.
everybody will go to IKEA and spend a couple dollars, a couple of years later it's broken or whatever. So why not repurpose a piece of furniture? Whether it's coming from a store and then I sell it, or if it's a piece of antique. And then a lot of people are starting to get rid of their wood antique that's been passed down from family member to
that's
family
crazy.
member. Yeah,
There's so much value in that.
it is. There is. The details that are in the carved woods and stuff like that. And why not just, you know, take it and give it a splash of color, something that matches with your home, antique it a little bit, stain it, repolster it in the funky material that's out there nowadays instead of the boring pinks or whatever was going on, the rose colors. Just adding that splash of color. It's going to cost you just as much to revamp something as going to IKEA and making, you know, something, you know, coming
I totally
from,
agree. I totally agree.
not to put IKEA down
No,
or
no, no,
anything,
no,
but
no.
I mean.
I mean, when we started here at the studio, you know, I mentioned, wasn't sure where we were going, and we ended up, and I love black and wood, dark wood. And so I ended up having black and dark wood. It just happened. My house is like that as well. You have an amazing project you're working on. She's a lady with many hats, by the way. Amazing project, and congratulations on the book. Tell us a bit about the book. And I love the name. You know I love the name. And I know that's a near and dear, which is your story that started this whole journey.
I
Tell
did.
us a bit about the book.
I did. Soaring Through the Storm is the name of my book, and I'm compiling 30 inspirational stories of earth angels that have made it through the storm and ended out on top.
And you're a prime example of this. I mean, literally, you walked the walk, so now you're talking the talk. She's not just making this up. I just want people to know that you have walked this, and you've lived through this with your beautiful daughter, Karma. I cannot say anything without saying mention Karma. I'm sorry. It was definitely so. But please go ahead.
So the book does start, it doesn't start with my chapter, but my chapter will be part of this book and guiding the other Earth Angels that are going to be resonating with this book as well. And a little bit about my story is I grew up in a single parent home to a mother that had lost her virginity to having me. And I was kind of put on the back burner of life as she was still very, very young. And trying to raise me single-handedly. She was still looking for love and put me on the back burner. I was always staying with family or living in her partying ways. And by the age of 14, I couldn't do it anymore. She was in a very abusive relationship, and I had to leave home and
You don't want to give too much of the story away.
No, I know.
You have to get the book.
There's lots to the story. Trust me. This is only bits and pieces. I did leave home and ended up on the streets living a pretty harsh way of life. And by the age of 26, I had my daughter, my beautiful daughter, Karma. And that's when things started to change. I went back to school, got graduated with honors, and started my own business in interior decorating. And from there, I truly want to inspire others that it doesn't matter what walk of life that you come from, whatever you've been through, you can too make it out on top and own your game. And I just get shivers talking about it because it's a new concept. I never thought that I'd be an author, but helping.
Welcome to the world.
Yes.
Welcome to my world as
Yeah.
well. I mean, when I was going to transition, I had no clue. I didn't put my hand up when I was asked who wanted to write a book. And I'm teaching people how to write books now, which is amazing. How can we get in touch with you?
You can get in touch with me by reaching out at tamara@tlginteriors.com. Anywhere on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest.
Yeah, but on Facebook, you're not Tamara, you're T. Lisa.
That's right. Miss T. Lisa.
Miss T. Lisa.
Miss T. Lisa, being an author and a color psychologist. Yes, you can reach me at T. Lisa Graham on Facebook. So,
Thank you so much.
thank you.
I just want to say, Tamara, for Tamara, I know Tamara's story. And, the book resonates so much with what she's saying. And you really have to get to know her, to hear her story, because you're an advocate, and we will be doing other things on a totally different level as well, how we can bring that story to life and help so many other women and men and kids who are going through that. And, it's just so much I can talk about you in terms of what you're doing. But I look forward to you, working together with the office and everything else. And you know what? You'll be back on the show with your beautiful daughter, Karma, who will be also having her own show as well. So I know I'll just leave in suspense for more for tomorrow, for down the road. But thank you so much for being here. And I love you to death.
Thank you for having me, Tian.
Thank you.
you.